We turn now to a frightening trend in Ohio. Children disappearing in record numbers. According to the Ohio Attorney General's office, more than 1,000 children have been reported missing so far this year, with a large number of those disappearances happening in the Cleveland area. I'll be speaking with John Majoy, the president of the board of directors for Cleveland Missing, in just a moment. But first, correspondent Brooke Schaefer joins me live. Brooke, what else are we learning about what's happening there in Ohio?
Well, Nicole, officials in Ohio have called these numbers both alarming and startling. We looked on the website for the Ohio Attorney General today and found that this month alone in the state of Ohio, about 160 kids have been reported missing. Again, that's just for the month of September. That is a disturbing number that follows a trend we have reported on here at News Nation when more than 30 kids went missing in just 2 weeks in May in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland's police chief said a majority of those missing kids were runaways, sometimes habitual runaways. In June, Chief Wayne Drummond said more than 1,000 kids were reported missing so far this year, but said with the exception of about 50, they'd all been returned home. Even still, though, the chief acknowledged that missing children's cases in the Cleveland area alone were up about 20% this year. So the question, of course, why is it so high in Ohio? Here's former FBI agent and News Nation national security contributor Tracy Walder.
They do rank fifth, in human trafficking. That's actually pretty high for a state that's not as densely populated. I think we suspect, right, that it's, California or New York or Florida, and those are, higher ranking. But Ohio is actually extremely high if you think about it for the lack of population. It's a smaller populated state. It's not as densely populated. This is a peak time of runaways and of missing children. But then you also have the issue with how these are being reported and the fact that a lot of them are going unsolved. And that's huge.
And to put this into some context for you as well, states like Georgia and North Carolina with similar populations to Ohio had on average about 600 missing child reports last year. That's according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Ohio, on the other hand, in 2022 had roughly 1,600 reports of missing kids. Ohio's Attorney General told a local news station in Cleveland that these numbers are, of course, alarming. He said that they could be because of inconsistencies in reporting or even